Hello Outlaws and hello campers, it's Jack. Welcome back to the channel, and more importantly, welcome back to the third episode of my 10 item suburban camping challenge. Obviously I have not given up on this. Now if you guys have not watched the first two episodes in this, you're not going to have any idea what's going on, so make sure you've seen those. I'm also going to say, if you're still confused, make sure you go down to my description. There will be links there to the 10 Item Frontiersman challenge from Northern Limits Bushcraft and Survival. My good friend Grazy over in England, he went and did this, him and his buddy Callum, one of the instructors at Northern Limits. And definitely watch those if you haven't yet. I know I've said it before, but some people might just be picking up on this one. So yeah, as you can see, I'm still out here. The mosquitoes are still out here. I think they're actually getting worse. So let's just get to it, man. Let's get right into this third episode and start doing, well, pretty much a bunch of stuff that I should have done right at the beginning. Alright, I'm pretty much almost out of water. I should be out of water at the point I'm at right now. Definitely have not been drinking enough. Like I said, I've learned a lot since I started this, which, you know, obviously this is all one trip, but the first thing that I should have done was secure a water source. I did not do that, so I'm gonna have to do that now. The second thing that I should have done, now I'm not saying I should have collected water as the first thing, but I should have secured a water source. The second thing that I should have done was fire. No question about it. It would have been helping with the mosquitoes that are here right now and all the bugs, you know, as far as smudge and things like that. But me, no, I decide I'm gonna waste, I don't know how much time on a shelter. I will say in my own defense that the original idea that I had was to try and harvest some resources, you know, like wood, which would have a twofold purpose of being able to help in constructing my shelter. Obviously I didn't need that, and fire. But of course, I didn't get a fire going. I just started messing around with that shelter, and I'll tell you what, I'm paying for it now. But this is a learning experience. So the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get a fire going, and then I'll figure out some water. Thanks for coming back. Thanks for checking this out. Thanks for sticking with me. I really appreciate it. And after watching that last video, I mean, where can this go but up? Yeah. So obviously I am here in the bowels of the suburbs of Central New York, where I always am. Were I out in the wilderness, the woods, the forest, wherever, 10 item challenge or not, if I'm gonna have a fire, I'm gonna need like a fire ring or something to keep that fire contained. I mean, that's just, you know, common sense. That's something you have to do. So if I were out in the wilderness or wherever, I'd collect some rocks to, you know, build a fire ring. I'm not out in the wilderness. There's not an abundance of rocks here in the suburbs. However, as with most suburban locations, there is an abundance of cinder blocks. So that's what I'm going to be using to build my fire ring and get my fire going. So, you know, once again, this is all about the illusion of a challenge, and suspend your belief in reality. Just pretend that the cinder blocks that I'm going to collect to build this fire ring are rocks that, you know, I would be collecting wherever I was outside. All right, like I said, just pretend these are rocks. These are the cinder blocks I've gone around and collected, saving the trouble of watching that. That's gonna be my fire ring. One thing I gotta say, and everyone should already know this, if you don't and you're hearing it from me for the first time, then you're in a lot more trouble than I am right now. Fire is 90% preparation. Everybody says this, everybody knows this. So even though I have the fire ring and I've got some, you know, wood or whatever over here, stuff I'm going to use to at least get this thing going and at least light a cigarette, I hope. I've got to process this down into something that hopefully I can start a fire with. As you all know from watching my other stuff, I have no lighter, I have no matches. All I have to start a fire with is my Ferro Rod here, as seen, hold on, as seen in the first video in this series. And look at that, I just dropped it. You don't want to do that. I got to get something though, something that's gonna take a flame. I'm not saying that this will, but you know, I also am starting to get a feeling that this stick here, which is a lot more damp than I thought it was, this is probably gonna end up being a feather stick. But hey, you know, if that's what you need to do, man, that's what you need to do. Obviously stuff like this is not going to take a flame or a spark, I should say. But all right, you guys get the picture. You know what I'm doing here. So I'm just gonna do this for a while, get eaten alive by bugs, and then I will come back to you. Now before I even attempt to get this fire going, because obviously I only have that ferro rod, and those sticks were a lot more damp than I thought, so even the shavings, I don't think they're going to take off that well. So I'm coming back down here to what passes as a forest here for me. I'll pull some of this fresh stuff off, because these pine needles, you know, I'm not saying they're going to take a spark, but they'll throw up some smoke, and I need that to get rid of the bugs. Here we go. Let's see. So I see some sap here. Hopefully that's coming out. This stuff I'm just gonna take and throw in my pocket, since I don't have, you know, a convenient pouch or anything. This, oh look at that, there's some fresh resin. I'm going to attempt to collect some of this on this stick. Oh man, well that didn't work. Yeah, I guess it's really not that fresh. There we go, there's some sticky stuff. I know it's on my fingers, I don't care, I'm in a hurry. The bugs are terrible. This right here, just what I got should be enough to help me get a fire going. What are you doing? What are you doing? Yeah, you're not one of my 10 items. What are you doing? You're trying to get to my food. So I still got this stuff on my fingers. Let me get this off. And those pine needles that I put in my pocket down here, they're cutting right through my pants, and it's not comfortable. Okay, I did scrape off, I don't know if that'll come out, the stuff that I had on my fingers. I got a little bit on there. That'll help. This is my ridiculous pile of, you know, curls, shavings, whatever you want to call them. It's not really going to be that beneficial. And when I try and do this, I just want to do it once. Oh, here we go. Resource. Yes, one of my 10 items. And don't think that I won't be using this if I don't have to. But when setting up, deciding to set up over here, I'd come around and I thought I saw on, here we go. Look at this. Right here. This, let me see. This looks like some nice hardened sap. I should be able to chop this up. Should help me get a spark. I'm gonna get that chunk out of there. Gonna pull this out of here. And let's see what we can do. Yeah, obviously there's some jerky in my bag because somebody's trying to get to it. That sap that was stuck in my fingers with that piece of jute twine. I know, you know, is this cheating? Not really, because whatever cordage that I did end up with, I'd probably be doing the same thing with it. So I'm just going to use this piece of jute twine here, fraying it up and using it to get all that sap off my fingers. And I'm going to be using this. This should take a spark. I mean, I hope so. Ignore my dog in the background whining for jerky. No, you're not getting any jerky. Okay, so I'm going to throw these little curls here on here and this frayed up jute twine. Sassy, I really hope I don't have to put you inside. I love how the bugs, you know, they bother me, but they don't seem to bother the dogs at all. You know, 2 is 1, 1 is none. So, if this is cheating, it's cheating. But I don't care. I've been out here long enough. Yeah. I really feel like this is going to take a spark. I'm just going to lay that in there. I'm going to throw that on there. And this stuff here, see if I can break some of this up. Oh yeah, look at that. It's like a powder. This should work great. I don't know what kind of tree that is, but hopefully this stuff should be, you know, nature's accelerant. Shavings. Again, you know, I'm not in a survival situation. Just in my backyard doing this ridiculous challenge type thing. All right, I'm going to just crumble up a little bit more of that on there. Gonna fray off a little bit more of this jute twine here. The bugs, man, I'll tell you, all summer, no problem with bugs. We were wondering where they were. Now that they're here, it's a nightmare. But hopefully, once I get a fire going, this is going to be used for smudge quite a bit, or pretty much the only reason. All right, that's about as good as it can get. Maybe I'll get to have a cigarette finally. Yeah, don't smoke, kids. I will say though, going this far throughout this 10-item challenge and having been out here for this long, this pack of cigarettes that I brought is item, I believe, number 9. See, I still haven't opened them. Unnecessary. I could definitely do without these. I guess I'm just not, you know, under that much stress or whatever that I feel like I need them. That dog, though, that dog is under some stress. Look at her. What are you whining about over here? Yeah? What, you want some jerky? Yeah, you love that jerky. Definitely, next Outlaw kitchen, gonna have to make some jerky. All right, I gotta get a fire going. Okay, Sass? We need a fire, then we'll have some jerky. All right, let's give this a shot. Unbelievable. Forgive my chewing in the camera. I had to get some jerky. All right, so I know that this stuff will take flame. Again, fire being 90% preparation. I need to build this a little bit better. Let's give her another shot. All right, we may not be smoking or cooking. Oh, almost. I'm gonna have to rethink the construction and try it again. Don't give up and go home, because your first couple strikes on a Ferro Rod didn't work. It's just you got to practice. You really got to practice. So I'm going to try and rebuild this a little bit like this. That's a wasted piece of accelerant. So, yeah. What are you barking at? Why are you barking? We're making a YouTube video. Yep, somewhat less than faithful companions. So a little flash tinder there, I guess, or flash, whatever, flash kindling. This piece of accelerant I'm going to take out. I don't need it, and really don't want to waste it because, you know, next fire mentality. Try and save the resources that I'm not using right now. All right, this is great. Alright, so there's some smoke, which is definitely going to help with the bugs. Here's some of that, you know, dried up resin that, or, you know, a sap, whatever you want to call it. I took out of the fire because I don't want to waste it. I've got some flames. You know, again, this is not how to start a fire. This is just the 10 item challenge. I was able to do it with that Ferro Rod thing that I had, so that's pretty cool. One of these days I'll get a much better Ferro Rod, you know, bigger one that I can just, you know, strike with the back of my knife. Yep, there we go. All right, outlaws and campers, we got fire, and this is cause for celebration. I got fire, so it's time, you know. Even though this is still my backyard, I'm not gonna super litter, and let's light a cigarette here, or attempt to. You know what? That's how the cowboys did it. I love how now that I have this fire, I'm not really stressed at all. I've relaxed so much. It's just one of those things that, you know, a fire can do. So I guess I really didn't need the cigarette. Would I forgo these as one of my 10 items? I'm not sure yet. This is a long way from being over. The fire, I can't tell you. This is definitely the first thing I should have done, got an established fire. I still have to collect water. I assure you we will get to that. In the interest of staying hydrated, and before it's just totally ruined, I can't imagine what this is going to be like. I'm going to kill off item number 10. I know I showed you guys this. I didn't really explain too much about it. The reason I brought Pabst Blue Ribbon over any other beers is because it's good warm, it's great cold. You can drink it warm, not boiling warm, but luckily I've kept it in this bag with my other food. Now, if I wasn't bringing food, how would I bring this beer? I don't know. Maybe I'd find a stream or something to cool it in. At this point, it's all besides the point. So, finally, first of the day. Also be last of the day. Here's to you guys. Alright, it could definitely be colder. Oh, I mean, there's a little condensation on here, but yeah, it's definitely sweat all the good coldness out of it. Oh man, no. I'll tell you, I may regret getting into this right now. Definitely going to regret the fact that I brought a 16 ounce. I should have just brought one of the, you know, this is a regular size beer. I should have brought one of the small size beers. So I can get through it quicker. I don't really want to waste a lot. Now, the pool, of course, is over there, as you all know. We could say that's a pond or whatever. Now, if it were a pond, I could get water out of that and boil it. However, the pool, we don't put like super horrible chemicals in our pool. You know, just like sanitizer tablets and that's it. But my girlfriend does shock it occasionally. Or maybe not. I don't know. Ugh, excuse me. It's the warm beer, the warm flat beer does that to me. But I really honestly could not tell you what's in that pool. So much like if it was a pond that I was unsure about, I would look for a different water source. So again, this being the Suburban 10 item challenge, and I need some water because I got to get some food going and get something cooked. I'm going to forego the golf course ponds and the golf course ditch, and I'm going to go in search of other suburban water sources. And I might as well take you guys along with me. I could go down there and show you guys that horrible ditch or whatever. I was hoping that'd be a place I could gig some frogs, but that's not gonna happen. Hey, there's Outlaw Camp. So yeah, I mean, this pool, we're gonna treat this as just a horrible pond you don't want to get anything out of. Okay, again, Suburban challenge. There is a hose right there, I know about that, but that's a little too obvious. So we're gonna look around. The neighbors, of course, have a hose over there. However, there's a car in their driveway, even though there's no signs of life. We're gonna do that. Well, yeah, if we had to, we would. Here we go. Despite the bugs, I actually sort of almost forgot that this was here. But back in here, I don't know if you guys can see, this hose rack. Why would there be a hose rack there? Probably because there's a hookup for a hose. Yep, there we go. If I move these, let's see. There's our water source. You know what I'm gonna do? Well, I was gonna try to. It's a good thing I got my knife on me. I got a feeling this stuff, this would be pretty good for smudge. Oh, the bugs are just a nightmare right now, let me tell you, back here. So I'm just gonna throw that in that pile. All right, there we go. Yep. We'll pretend that's a spring or something like that. Damn. Tell ya. I'm gonna grab this stuff, these hedge trimmings that I got for smudge, and I'm gonna get out of this bug infested nightmare. God damn. All right. So I got some stuff for smudge. I got some water for cooking. Ah, fucking bugs. You know what? Let's just, fuck, Jesus. I gotta get back to that fire. Let's just get back. I'm gonna regret going this way. I can tell you already. Oh, I lost some of my smudge wood here. Yep, gotta pick that up. All right, good enough. Yeah, Jesus. All right, yeah, let me get back to the fire. This is the way I came in originally. You can see my ghetto shelter here. I did kind of redo it a little bit. I'll show you. It is what it is. I know I hate that saying, but I gotta say it is what it is, man. This is where I'm gonna be sleeping. It's my somewhat less than faithful companions. There's that beer I'm still sucking on. That's where I'm sleeping tonight, guys. So yeah, all right, fire still, you know, going good enough. I'm gonna sit for a minute, relax, and start getting some food going here. I gotta eat something. Yeah, man, in the jungle it's hot. Die Hunger ist your friend. There we go. One of the earliest books I ever got, as far as, you know, like camping, survival, anything like that. And I'm not even exactly sure how I ever got this thing. The Canadian Air Force Survival Manual. I'll show you down here. There is a passage in it. It says something like, don't waste matches, use sticks from the fire to light your smokes. So I'll show you that. So there you go. You know, something I read back 30 years ago when I was living in the desert. Las Vegas, Nevada. Yeah, it's a desert, man. But I'll always remember that. Look at this dog. She's going right into that bag. All right, I gotta do something about that. Obviously, this in any other situation other than mine would not be a thing. Yeah, I'll tell you, these fucking bugs are terrible. I definitely picked the wrong time to try and do this. I got to do some cooking. I'm gonna need something to cook with. I'll show you what I got that I'm gonna cook. It kind of goes along with this, but I'm gonna need some green wood to use as like a cooking tool. So I'm heading out here onto the golf course. Hopefully I won't have to go too far. These things, these jungle-like trees, don't look like anything I want to use to cook off of. However, yeah, fuck. All right, I gotta find something that looks a little bit more familiar to me. Look at that piece of wood, man. That'd be great. Hey, look, there's somebody's underwear. Basically, somebody was golfing, shit themselves, and had to throw their underwear back here in the woods. So luckily for me, I'm gonna go with this tree right here. Let's see if I can get a hunk of this down. I'm gonna tell you, I've never really experienced bugs like this. At least not here in the bowels of the suburbs of Central New York. Damn, this is terrible. Here we go. This is it. This is my, this is what I'm using right here. Look at this. Up here, still got fucking branches on it, which means it's green enough for me. Trusty knife. Oh yeah, this will be perfect for what I need it for. And, right here. God damn. This is terrible. Fucking A. Alright. Let's get the fuck out of here. Let's get back to our fire. Holy shit, man. I don't know what happened. Like I said, we're well into September. And these bugs should be gone by now. But they didn't come out until now. So that's messed up. But yeah, so I got something, a piece of wood I can cook on. And I'm going to show you what I got to cook here to eat. It kind of goes along with the whole, you know, challenge thing that I'm doing. You know, I know I already explained that food did not count as one of the 10 items. And, you know, mostly because not going to be hunting. I don't know where the geese are. They're usually here. They're not right now. I have no idea why. Probably because they think I'm going to try and stalk and hunt and kill them and cook them for food. But since the geese normally right now would be the most predominant thing, probably the easiest thing I could hunt, I've got a duck breast. So that's what I'm going to cook as soon as I get this fire going again. Once I get this fire going, I know I really didn't explain why I would bring a notebook. I also know that, and you guys all know because you watched the first video in the series, that I brought this space pen instead of bringing a pencil because I thought that would be cheating. But here's some super cheating right here. We're going to use this as a bellows. These bugs are bad, man, and I got to eat. Okay, I know, realize nothing's happening yet, but it will. There we go. Fucking Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm not going to say that this is the worst time that I've ever had camping. It's definitely not. And I'm not going to say that this is the biggest failure that I've ever had. Because it's not over yet. I'm out of beer. I'll tell you what, man, I'm starving. Yeah. I learned a lot, though. Fire first. Water second. Shelter third. That's the way I do it. Throw some of this, those hedge trimmings on there. Just get a little smoke. Get rid of these bugs. I can't even tell you honestly if I'm having a good time or I'm not. I don't know at this point. Alright, I showed you guys this before, I'm pretty sure. This ear of corn. Which, you know, I probably could have brought along with me anyway. It's still, you know, regionally believable. I'm hungry. I gotta eat something. And I really don't know how this duck thing is going to turn out. I don't even have the implements for it. So I need something to eat. This will fill me up. I'm pretty sure there is absolutely no nutritional value whatsoever in corn. I really don't care at this point. Just gonna toss this right in the fire. That's what I'm doing. It was frozen when I brought it out here. You know, to be honest with you, it's pretty nasty now. I don't know how it's gonna come out. So I'm gonna leave it in this bag for right now, and then we're gonna have ourselves some corn. Leave that alone, dogs. Seriously. So here's my green stick here that I got, and my knife. I'm gonna figure something out with it. Guess I'll just go like this. I should have my gloves on. Sassy, get away from that. Come on. It's not for you. I'm just gonna throw it in my bag. Yeah, that'll be great. Okay, so yeah. I don't know. Fucking 10-item challenges turned into some kind of nightmare. Okay, part of a green stick. Again, I should have my gloves on, you know, because I brought them. God damn. Yeah. There we go. I'll tell you what, that beer was totally unnecessary. And was probably not a good idea because it just makes me want to have another beer, which I don't have. All right, I'll tell you, if I have, actually do have the luxury of being able to bring any food with me, I'm definitely going to bring a lime. Yep, I'm using all this on this piece of corn. All right, let me get this corn out of here. Fuck. Ah, yeah. God, smoking. Terrible. Well, actually, the smoking is good. As far as, you know, for the bugs. Woof. This don't look bad. I don't know where my girlfriend got this from. Woof. I'll tell you, if this was corn that I had actually hot, holy cow. If this was actually corn that I had stolen from somewhere around here, you know, if this was a real thing, it would not look this good. It looked terrible. I'm just throwing all that right into the fire. Hopefully it won't, you know, smother my fire. If it does, whatever, man, I can rebuild it and put the knife away. This corn is really hot. Okay, so here we go. Just want to rub this thing with the lime. You can do a lot with the lime. Also provides vitamin C. You guys know how that works. And throw the lime right in the fire. We're camping. We're outlaw camping. So this ain't nothing perfect. Hey, other thing I want to mention, since I brought that duck breast and food didn't count as an item, as far as the spice, yep, I did it. I brought my Wadobo spice. It's from Chris LeClaire, the Wooded Beardsman. I've never had this on... I've never had this on corn before. I don't know how it's going to be. Hopefully it'll be good on that duck. I got to get something in my stomach. So let's see. How's this corn? Oh my God. This is delicious. Holy. Wow. Holy Chicago. I could have ate this raw, honestly. The lime is amazing. And yeah, you can use Wadobo spice on corn. Again, I don't think this has any nutritional value. I don't really know. I'm not a scientist or a dietitian or anything like that. But it's something in my stomach. To keep me going long enough to get that duck cooked. You know, I gotta say, if you're doing a challenge or not, whatever you're doing, don't, you know, stay hydrated. I always say that. Drink more water than you think you need, and eat more food than you think you need. It'll help. I suppose, since one of my 10 items was not toilet paper, I could save this and use this to wipe my ass with if I had to. You know, like one of the cowboys. But I'm not in that situation, so I don't have to. I'm going to use this to stir up the fire, and then we're going to cook some duck. Yeah, I'm wiping my hands on my pants and my shirt. I don't care. There's no bears around here. So a little bit of food, man. Lifts your spirits right up. Makes me want to keep going. I should probably collect this this stuff here that I can use for future tinder. I guess I'm going to put it on my little notebook pouch, which I still haven't really explained why. You know, I'm not sure how I'm going with this, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to end this one right here before I get to the duck breast, and then we'll wrap it up, or well, maybe not wrap it up, but then we'll have another video. So I don't know how long this is going to be. I don't know what it was, but you guys sat through it, you watched it. Seriously, thank you. I appreciate it. If you're not one of my subscribers, please subscribe. You know, consider subscribing. Just subscribe, man. It'll make you feel better as a person. You'll be helping somebody out. It doesn't cost you anything. You don't have to turn on that notification bell because nobody wants to be annoyed like that. But just subscribe. Check it out, and this way you guys will know what's going to happen in the next video. Tell your friends, tell your enemies, and I will see you in the next installment of the Outlaw Camper 10 item suburban camping challenge.